Hey, hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a WDS server. Well, basically WDS is a Windows deployment service which helps to deploy images to multiple systems from the network. So let's get started.
So we're caught up in drama. Everybody's talking, we're caught up in problem. Everybody's talking.
So few things that WDS is required, that is, you can configure WDS from two ways. One is standalone WDS server, another is AD integrated WDS server. Okay, so I'm using the AD integrated WDS server. So for AD integrated WDS server, you required one domain controller, you required DHCP server, and you required one fresh server where you are going to use WDS. So this is my domain controller and the DHCP server. Here the domain controller and the DHCP server role is here, and this is the new server that I'm going to use as a WDS server. So I have to change a few settings in this server before joining to this domain. First thing is changing the computer name. I'm putting one computer name for WDS. Let's say WDS-SRV01. Okay, so after name changing, as you know, I have to restart this server. I'm just pausing the video till server get restarted. Okay, the server has been restarted. I'm logging with the local administrator because I haven't joined the system to the domain. Now I'm putting IP address to this server. Here I'm putting 192.168.0.2 as a WDS, and my DNS server will be 192.168.0.1. Okay, close. Make sure you are able to ping the domain controller. So ping is happening. Now I have to change few more settings, that is firewall. Windows firewall should be disabled. Okay, done. Now I'm changing the IE enhancement settings. Okay, done. Remote desktop, enabling the remote desktop. Okay, so basic things I have configured. Now I'm putting this server to the domain. Okay, so now I'm going to install that WDS role which is responsible for image deployment to the workstation. Go to add and role features, next. This is my WDS server, next. So Windows deployment service, next. Nothing here, next. So these are the main responsible roles that we need to install: deployment server and the transport server. Deployment server is responsible for the image deployment to the workstation, and the transport server is responsible for the data traffic monitoring and the data package sent to the workstation from the server. So clicking on next and install. So now I have to wait few minutes to get this installation complete. So let's just complete it. Okay, so installation has been completed. I'm clicking on next, close. Hey, hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a WDS server. Well, basically WDS is a Windows deployment service which helps to deploy images to multiple systems from the network. So let's get started. So few things that WDS is required, that is you can configure WDS from two way. One is standalone WDS server, another is integrated. This server is a member of Active Directory domain. There is an active DHCP server on the network. There is an active DNS server on your network. This server has an NTFS file system partition which is responsible to store images. So FAT32 does not support this. As long as I have this NTFS format, this is supported. So I'm clicking on next. This is the option integrated with Active Directory standalone server. So I'm putting integrated with the Active Directory. Next. So this is the folder which is going to create, and in this folder all the configuration, all the image file of this WDS server will store. I'm keeping default. Next. So I have to continue because it has system volume, but though I know, I'm continuing it. Here you have to select respond to all client computer known and unknown. Otherwise WDS will not able to deploy any image to the workstation. Okay, so I will add image later and click on finish. So here now WDS is showing started. So there are 5 options here, 5 folders, which is install image, boot image, pending device, multicast transaction and drivers. So install image is responsible for the main image file of the OS. Boot image, here the main boot image will be stored. Pending device is the option which is earlier showing that is unapproved device which is ready for deployment but still not yet approved and it is pending. Multicast transaction, I will tell you this on later because this is a large thing. So in the drivers you have to add the drivers in this folder. Okay, so now first I am going to put the image file here. So right click on this install image, add install image. You have to create one group, putting test group. Next, now I have to select that vim file, source, sorry not source, it is, yes it is source, yeah, install vim. Next, so here if you want to add 2 image, because my ISO included 2 image of the OS, so I'm selecting the 32-bit only. If you want to add all the images you can do. Finish. Okay, so here the image file has been installed. Now I'm going to install the boot image file. Browse and the boot.vim. Select and next. You can change the boot image if you want to. Test boot. This will show in the boot section while you are booting the laptop or the desktop. Finish. Okay, so boot has been added and the image file has been added of the OS. Now it is time to add the drivers. So here the main driver which is required is the Ethernet driver. Please make sure that proper Ethernet driver is added in this location, otherwise the boot will not happen. It will fail the booting. Okay, so right click on its drivers, add driver packages. So here 2 options, you can use INI files or you can select from a folder. So I'm putting folder so that it will automatically get the INI file. So I have the Ethernet driver here. Next, so as you can see it has taken all the Ethernet files. Next, do not put the driver package in the driver group as this time. Make this option checked. Next, finish. Okay, so your driver package has been added now. So now what you have to do is merge this driver to that boot image, so that at the time of boot it will load the drivers. So right click on this boot file, add driver package to this image, click next. Now you have to select the 86 based driver, search for packages, it will automatically select that 86 based drivers. Select all the drivers and click next, and it will okay. So all driver has been merged. Finish. Okay, so we are almost done. Now few settings that we need to do in the DHCP server. So I'm going to the DHCP server now. Just log in. Open the DHCP server manager. Double click. Okay, so right click on the scope and properties, and make sure this boot P and DHCP both selected. So DHCP is for providing the IP address after boot, and boot P is providing IP pre-boot. So before boot we need to get the IP address from the DHCP, so make sure this both option is selected, otherwise you will not get IP while you are booting from the workstation. So done. Let's just restart the DHCP service. Okay, so now almost done. One thing that I need to do, the last one, that is this is not a mandatory part, but if you just put hey, hello guys, welcome to my channel, and today I'm going to show you how to configure a WDS server. Well, basically WDS is a Windows deployment service which boot server hostname. So just put the value, server name, apply, okay. Make sure this came in the scope option. So now we are done from the configuration part, and we are going to boot the Windows 7. So this is my Windows 7. Now I'm turning on, and here it's booting from the WDS. You have to put here one domain ID. As you can see, this is my image that I have made available in the WDS. So just select and click on next. Now like earlier, you can create a partition and apply and OK and format. Now click on next. So we are done here. So let's this completed, then we can see. Okay, so it is now ready. So as I don't have any ID right now, so I'll not log into this server. So as of now, this is it. Thanks guys for watching this video, and hope you like this video. Please comment and like, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye bye.